The Liberty Flames and the Winthrop Eagles both measure success by championships. Tonight in Rock Hill, these two quality Big South programs reunite for the first time since last spring's Myrtle Beach Madness. Get ready for Big South Women's Hoops on the American Sports Network. Welcome everybody inside the Winthrop Coliseum, where tonight the Eagles are eager to get back on track. The top team in the league is in town though, Liberty looking for its 7th straight win. Hi everybody, I'm Evan Lepler alongside the coach Nate Ross. Delighted to have you with us, and our march to Myrtle Beach continues tonight here in Rock Hill. This Winthrop team trying to repeat, learning what it's like to be the defending champ with some struggles, and Liberty, the perennial champ, trying to get back to the promised land.
Well, perennial's an understatement. 15 out of the last 18 years, the Liberty Flames were the champions of this league. They've been good for a long time. They just didn't win it last year. There's a lot of Liberty Flames on that list.
Liberty didn't even make the finals last year because Winthrop beat them in the semis. But in terms of the key players tonight for this Liberty team, we talk about Carly Buer, a star unlike the Flames have ever had.
Well, Buer's a very versatile player. She can create a shot when she wants one. She's very good in transition. Her numbers in the league do not jump off the page at you. But remember, this team is 8-0 in Big South play so far. Her numbers in Big South games are very much increased from what you just saw.
She's new in Lynchburg, but she has a ton of experience. And then there's Shaquila Nunn, the leading rebounder, the only player in the league to average a double-double.
Shaquila Nunn is a 10-rebound-a-game player for her career. She needs to do that tonight. She's very prolific at blocking shots as well. It's a huge front line for Liberty she's going to play against. She's got to be an impactful player for them to get one at home tonight.
The Flames are always one of the best rebounding teams in the country. It's going to be a heck of a heavyweight battle inside. The Flames and the Eagles, and the tip-off is next. It was a beautiful day here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're just about ready for some basketball. Let's take a look at the starting lineups as Liberty looks for its 7th consecutive victory. The Flames on the road here in Rock Hill. And Kerry Green in his 16th year has a familiar looking lineup. The point guard, Sedalia Elias, with Carly Buer in the backcourt. Brown's the outside shooter. Reininger Adams so tough inside. Naima Jackson gets the start at point guard tonight for Winthrop. Aliyah Kilpatrick, she's been out the last couple games with a hamstring, but she will return off the bench. Samaya Wright, Taylor Calvert, Erica Williams the leading scorer, and Shaquila Nunn. Your officials tonight, Lawson Newton, Timothy Bryant, and Libba Rentz. And the Flames will have the game's first possession in the red, coming left to right, and here we go.
Evan, I really think the beginning is really important because everybody knows the Liberty Flames are unbeaten. To knock them off, you got to have a good start.
These two teams played a classic here at the Coliseum last year. First possession inside, and Adams turned away. Second try wouldn't go, but she's bigger than everybody else inside, and she scores.
Well, Nunn got the first block, but then nothing else happened after that. Nice second effort by the Liberty Post. They're really good, they're really big.
Adams, 6'5", redshirt junior from the north. She grew up in Burnsville, Minnesota.
Both teams play predominantly man-to-man.
This is Nunn, and she's denied. Well, these two teams are both prolific in the shot blocking department. Winthrop 6th in the country in block shots. Liberty 28th in the nation. Samaya Wright, short with a 3. And the rebound for Sedalia Ellis.
I don't know if that's quite the shot that Coach Cook wanted. That was kind of early in the clock.
Adams tracked down the deflected entry pass. And another entry pass denied by Nunn. Here comes Williams. For a player her size, she's got a great handle. That's a beautiful look. And Nunn gets Winthrop on the board.
Well, Shaquilla Nunn got it all started with a deflection, and then the big person runs down the floor, gets a great pass, and finishes. I'm telling you, Nunn's got to have a big game for them to pull this one off, but she's capable.
Off to a great start. 2 points, 1 block, 1 steal. Brown, the pull-up. Offensive rebound, Reininger. Averaging 9 boards per game, but Nunn, her second block. Reininger, her first bucket.
Well, Reininger's got great stick-to-itiveness there. Nunn's blocking everything on the first attempt, but Liberty's getting the offensive rebounds, and Coach Cook is imploring his kids, you got to go get a rebound.
Buer the steal. She missed the runner, though. The rebound for Wright.
Numbers if she looks up.
Williams takes it. Air ball. Nunn doing work on the glass. And she'll shoot 2 at the line.
We said in the open, Shaquilla Nunn averages 10 rebounds for her career. There's the man that doesn't like what he just saw.
Kerry Green, his 16th year. He's 32-3 against the Winthrop Eagles, and he's got records like that against many of the Big South schools. Nunn, an improved free throw shooter, but still shy of 60%.
Form looks good. He's got to use those legs to get it up in the air. They're laid a little short on both of them. Just got to get him up over that front rim.
Foul, by the way, was called on Caitlin Adams. She's got 1. And another ball deflected inside, picked off by Calvert. Samaya Wright, the veteran, the 5th-year senior.
We spoke to Coach Cook at shoot-around today. He said we have to pressure the ball and not let the ball see lanes. In other words, the help side's got to deflect past it. That's exactly what they're doing. The offensive glass is what's beating them right now.
Shot clock at 7. Williams looking for Nunn inside, couldn't catch it cleanly. And now the scrum leads to the jump ball. Winthrop has 2 to shoot.
This is when you need a young lady like Shaquilla Nunn inside. Just lob it up to her. Only got 2 seconds.
And there is Kevin Cook, 4-time WNBA champion as an assistant with the Houston Comets. And he is a very thoughtful sideline commander.
Coached some big-time athletes in the WNBA, no question about it.
Says Van Chancellor is his mentor.
Another deflection. Man, they're really getting their hands on loose balls.
And a blocking foul on Liberty. Calvert will get to the line. In terms of the defensive strategy that has led to all these deflections, we talked with Kevin Cook, and he said that they were planning on playing some more man-to-man. In the past, they've been more reliant on zone, but they talked about fronting those post players.
Well, they want to front the post and they want to pressure the basketball. Most importantly, when you front the post, the other 4 players have to really be aware of lob passes and things like that. They have to be connected, is the word coaches use. They're doing a great job. If they could get some defensive boards, they'd be shutting out Liberty right now.
If they could make some free throws, they'd be in front. 1 of 4 from the line after the Buer foul.
Yeah, this is a team that only shoots in the low 60s in threes.
Reininger rims out the 3, but an offensive rebound for Brown on the deflection. And now Buer, short rebound. Williams looking to break it away. 3-on-1.
What a pass.
Nunn with a left. She missed it.
If they can get Reininger to settle for threes, then Winthrop wins the defensive end. That's not where Reininger does her damage. She does it inside.
All the way to the rim goes Ellis.
Winthrop's doing everything early, Evan, but finishing. They're not finishing on the defensive glass. They're not finishing in transition. Otherwise, they're playing pretty good.
Winthrop just 1 for 6 from the floor. And unable to make the clean catch inside. Winthrop turns it over for the second time. The Eagles have forced 3 turnovers, but haven't been able to convert them into points. And Ashley Reininger, the interior threat, she had 3 double-doubles against the Eagles last year. Off to a good start tonight. 6-3, Liberty.
And let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
College basketball on the American Sports Network is brought to you by CokeCareers.com.
A very warm day here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, but a chilly start for both teams. Winthrop 1 for 6, Liberty 27%, 3 for 11. Eagles tonight trying to do something that they have not done in 20 years, and that's win back-to-back games against Liberty, the standard bearer for the Big South.
I don't know how many teams have won back-to-back games against Liberty over the years. We showed in the open how many times they've won this championship.
Ewer denied by Nunn, her 3rd rejection. Jump ball, Liberty will have it, 15 to shoot.
Shaquilla, now watch this perfect timing with the left hand against a right-handed shooter. No foul, great block. This young lady's got perfect timing blocking the ball. She's rebounding the ball. She's doing everything. She needs a little help from her teammates. There's a zone because it was out of bounds under. It's the first time they played zone the whole game. Little 2-3 zone.
Ellis penetrates through the zone and scores off the glass.
That's a really good shot. It's funny, Coach Cook told us, I'm tired of watching teams bomb threes against us. We're going to play man. The one time he plays zone, they get a bucket. There'll be a little half-court pressure. Takes a little time off that 30-second shot clock. Move the basketball, move bodies, get an open shot.
And Aaliyah Kilpatrick is into the game for Winthrop. And meanwhile, 3-second violation. It was Nunn caught with her feet in the cookie jar. But Kilpatrick into the game for Kevin Cook. She missed the last 2 games, but she's been a difference maker. Medical red shirt last year with a knee injury. Big South Player of the Week after the Auburn game, and they need her steadiness. Here's Ewer. She's still looking to break the scoring seal for her. And a steal for Ellis. It will be Winthrop ball. The Eagles dodge a bullet.
That's the 7th offensive rebound for the Lady Flames. They have more offensive rebound than defensive rebounds. That's an unusual stat. It means they're just really aggressive. It means they're missing shots too, but it means they're aggressive.
Been more than 4 minutes since Winthrop's only field goal. Eagles have lost 3 in a row. First 3-game losing streak of the Kevin Cook era. He's in his 3rd season as the head coach. Entry pass given away, the steal from Buer. And the pull-up. She's really eager to get that first bucket, but now she's 0 for 5, 0 for 6. Power dribble and a block from Williams.
Miss Williams is watching Shaquille Nunn block shots. She goes up and swats one out of bounds there. They are erasing some shots. They just got to secure the defensive board to get back in this thing.
4 blocks already for Winthrop.
Team in the white shirts are the more aggressive team in this basketball game so far. They just don't have anything to show for it on the board yet. Back to the zone. Penetration beat them last time in the zone. Good anticipation, nice takeaway. You know, turnover, Evans, no big deal unless you turn into points.
Here's Kilpatrick's first touch. Sophomore out of Oak Hill Academy. Looking over the top, nice catch, Calvert to Nunn. And a rebound for Liberty.
2 layups she's missing. You can see Nunn's face. She's really frustrated with the fact she can't make 2-footers.
At the other end, a 3. Jamie Fisher-Davis off the bench connects.
That hurts you. You miss a layup at one end, you get a 3 at the other end. That's a 5-point swing.
Now been about 5.5 minutes since Winthrop's only field goal.
As a coach, Coach Cook knows they're playing great defensively, but he also knows they got to get some scoring to pay it off mentally. They're busting their hump so hard on defense.
Another jump ball. The Eagles will get it, but the shot clock didn't reset because Williams missed that shot badly.
Entering for the Eagles, number 44, Isabel Embamalo.
One thing about the Eagles is they're not that deep. You know, Kevin Cook has played more players this year, but you look at, you know, last game against Coastal, Samaya Wright played 40 minutes. Erica Williams played 40 minutes.
You can see the pace they're playing at. That's not easy to do, to play that many minutes and play this kind of pace.
Calvert, a crafty tap to herself. The Eagles desperate for a bucket, and it's the 6th Winthrop turnover, a shot clock violation. So the stats, Nate, aren't pretty for the Eagles. 1 of 8 with 6 turnovers.
Kilpatrick's got to know how many seconds are on that shot clock. You got to pin that on the point guard. There's the domination by Liberty over this Winthrop basketball team over the years.
And especially dominated them, never losing in the Big South tournament until last year. Over the top.
Another block.
Catherine Carney off the bench. She's denied. Williams attacks. The shots just aren't falling for Winthrop.
That wasn't a great shot. They've gotten great shots.
And a steal, beautifully done by Kilpatrick. Tries to find some space, and the daylight for the Eagles.
I don't know how she got that shot over Kearney, but she did, and she made it. Turnovers relatively even, but Liberty's turned it over because of really good defense.
Catherine Carney now 0 for 2, and a strong board for Samaya Wright.
Sometimes you get that little one by the last time by Kilpatrick, and then they come in bunches.
Kilpatrick trying to spark her team off the bench. Off kilter with a runner, and the foul's going against Winthrop. Ezene Mbamalu picks up her first foul.
Glad you said it first.
So Mbamalu, the freshman from Charlotte, picks up her first, and we'll get ourselves a timeout. Jamie Fisher-Davis, the only 3 of the night so far. Flames by 6.
Don't have a meltdown. Look, I know your patty melt is missing, but this bacon Velveeta patty meltdown is mine. I'd be upset too. Definitely not in the TV. You check the bookcase? Oh, my bad. It was under the napkins. Don't have a meltdown. Have a bacon Velveeta patty meltdown.
The Bacon Velveeta Patty Meltdown with grilled onions and applewood smoked bacon at Hardee's.
Liberty Flames 12-5 overall, 8-0 to start Big South play, and Kerry Green's team 8-0 in conference action for the first time in 6 years. That year they started 15-0 in league play and won the Big South title. As we talked about in the Open, 15 times in the last 18 years, Liberty has had the burden of deciding how to design another championship ring.
I think that qualifies, obviously with the Super Bowl coming up, that qualifies as dynasty talk, 15 out of 18. And no, don't bring up the Patriots yet. It's early. I gave you an opening I shouldn't have given you.
Liberty up by 6. And a 3-second violation. It's going the other way.
A lot of turnovers, but Liberty has turned the turnovers. Liberty has, well, that's interesting. Look at the stats. I would have thought it was the other way. Liberty only 2 points off turnovers. Winthrop 5 points off turnovers. I thought it would be the other way around.
Statistics can surprise.
Still man-to-man for the Lady Flames.
Oh, what a pass. Williams at the rim.
Coach Cook, you get 1 check mark in the book. That's called off the bench during the timeout. Excellent call against man-to-man defense. It's an WNBA kind of play.
You can imagine Cheryl Swoop soaring through the air at the rim.
That was special. Layups just help your team mentally because you see the ball go through the basket. Now they need to stop here to get it going. Can't give her that one.
On the left wing, the 3 short from Emily Frazier. Kilpatrick for Williams to the bucket and the foul.
The Winthrop Eagles are really good in transition. They run wide lanes, great pass, great finish. Kilpatrick with a really good look for the and one opportunity for Erica Williams.
Jamie Fisher-Davis picked up the foul, and Nate, all of a sudden, from down 11-3, could be a 1-point game here.
Well, and the difference, last 2 possessions, they got a defensive rebound. Liberty did not get an offensive board, which they had gotten many of them early and converted on the 2nd and 3rd attempt. That's a big turnaround right there.
Erica Williams scored 500 points last year as a freshman, and somehow was not the Big South Freshman of the Year. That went to Kayla Keys, who was also an unbelievable competitor, and the pressure forces the turnover. The steal for Calvert. Winthrop can't convert, but it will stay Eagle ball, and the Eagles trying to continue the run. It's currently 7-zip.
I love the call. He gets a transition bucket, Coach Cook. He gets an and one, then he presses, and then he gets another steal. Just keep the heat on. You got the Lady Flames backing up a little bit. You got to take advantage. There's an offensive rebound for Winthrop. That is an unusual situation today. Only their 4th.
Bailed out by the foul call. This is going to go against Reininger.
Kilpatrick did not start. But Leah Kilpatrick has come in and changed the speed, the tempo, the momentum of this basketball game just by playing aggressively. Great passes, aggressiveness. She made that big-time shot over Catherine Kearney that I didn't think she could get off, and she made it. But it's changed the momentum of the game, no question.
One quarter down, 3 to go. Winthrop not helping itself out from the free throw line. And a foul on the Eagles called by Lawson Newton.
If you can ever impress players, I've talked about this a lot, the importance of free throws with 9:50 to go in the first half. Everybody knows they're important with 30 seconds to go in the game. They're just as important, just as crucial now, but kids just don't get that. I mean, they have a nice little, not a huge lead, but they have a nice little working lead that makes some free throws.
Winthrop 2 of 7 at the line. Liberty hasn't shot a free throw yet. That 3 rims in and out, but Michaela Sanders tracks down her own rebound.
It was good defensive rebounding position, but long shots, long rebounds. It just jumped out and Sanders got it back.
Sanders was gigantic against the Eagles last year, averaged more than 15 a game versus Winthrop. Now Liberty swept the season series, but Winthrop got the better of them in the tournament. Calvert's shot won't fall, and the rebound ricochets to Ellis. She's a cross-country track star. She's got wheels, and she walked. plus a high jumper for the Liberty track and field team.
She got points and meets. I mean, she's actually scored some points.
Oh yeah, second place at the 2013 Big South Outdoor Track and Field Championships.
Daughter of a coach. You can call her affectionately a gym rat, I guess. All coaches' kids are. Nice spin move.
Kilpatrick, everything but the basket, but Williams tips it to herself, sets her feet and knocks it down.
Erica Williams and Aaliyah Kilpatrick are turning this game around. Nunn's doing her thing inside blocking shots, but those two are scoring the basketball.
7 points for Williams. Kilpatrick off the bench, 2 points and 2 assists. Long time in the paint, but Adams got the shot off in time.
Watch Caitlin Adams on tape, a couple 3 games. She's so good with that drop step going to the left hand for a righty. Coach Green said she's right-handed, but she loves to go with the left hand. That's just work. That's a lot of repetition.
One thing Kerry Green and his staff knows how to do, teach big footwork.
They get a lot of big players. Nice cut.
That's a well-designed play for the Eagles. Kilpatrick, the beneficiary.
Yeah, that's just time. As we all know, Evan, it's just repetition, and the young lady has to want to work at it. Coaches can only do so much, but they are very, very skilled inside of their footwork. A lost art in basketball, in my opinion.
Ewer. Nearly another block for Nunn, but the foul will go.
Kind of swatted at it. That's why they called it the foul.
See if they've got Nunn or Wright. It will be Wright, and it will be her second. But the Eagles have thrown a counterpunch after Liberty's quick start. Kilpatrick has made a difference, and Williams hit the rim. She's got 7, and it's a 1-point game.
It's 3 p.m. For 50 million kids across America, school's out. And for a third of these kids, they're out on their own. Out with nowhere to go and nothing to do. But every afternoon is a chance to change America's future. All you have to do is open the door. It's time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Kevin Cook's Winthrop Eagles, the defending Big South champions, the school's first title in women's basketball. And it was funny, before the title game last year in Myrtle Beach, Kevin Cook basically told his team, act like you've been here before, which is tough because you've never been here before.
Well, he's been there as a WNBA assistant for World Championships. So he knows what it means to win. And there's a little tradition. There's the banners from last year, Midwest Regional and the Myrtle Beach Championship in this league.
Carly Buer at the line, knocks down the free throw. They have hung a lot of banners in this Coliseum.
And Mr. Marshall hung a few of them. Now at Wichita State, of course, on the men's side.
First points for Carly Buer. She's now 4 away from 1,000 in her career. A college journey that started at Missouri State, nearly ended with a torn ACL 4 games into the 2013-2014 season, but it has reignited with the Flames. Winthrop inside to Nunn, and now Calvert to the rim, draws the foul on Reininger, and that's her second.
We were speaking with Coach Green. He told us that Buer has made an amazing recovery. Some people are just quicker healers. This is not a little scope injury. This is an ACL. He didn't think she'd be back this quick, and definitely didn't think she'd be back this effectively. But some kids are just quick healers, a lot of hard work. You can see on the left knee, she's just got that sleeve now, but that's the great part of modern medicine and athletic.
Reininger to the bench with 2 fouls. Calvert knocks down the free throw.
Press was good to Winthrop last time. They got a turnover out of it.
The story about Buer, though, she wanted to take a graduate class that wasn't offered at Missouri State. So she started looking online. She literally just went to Google, typed in online outdoor adventure graduate programs. Liberty was the first one that popped up. Applied to school, didn't think she would play basketball. Williams ties the, gives Winthrop the lead. Eagles in front for the first time.
That's the great science of recruiting right there. That's the great, whoever the IT person in charge of Liberty is, give them credit for this young lady.
And Buer gets fouled. It'll be Liberty ball side out.
I'm sure when Coach Green heard about this young lady, wanted to take a class and saw a tape on her, absolutely will take her. Transition baskets once again. Easy little pull-up. Nice bucket for Erica Williams.
On Missouri State, she was coached by Laura Harper, former NC State assistant, former Tennessee Volunteer star. And it was Coach Harper that called Carrie Green and said, listen, I've got something for you. Sedalia Ellis dials deep, and Liberty's back in front. But it's a crazy story. Carrie Green basically says it's a blessing. I didn't really do anything. And he actually turned her away. Said, no, I don't think we have a spot for you. So Carly Buer was ready to be a regular student, was sort of looking forward to it. And then things change, as they often do. A player that Coach Green expected to come from Poland. That didn't happen. A couple sophomores left the program as Nunn gets fouled inside.
Landed awkwardly on that left leg, but she's okay.
And all of a sudden, Coach Green called her up and said, we might have a spot for you if you're interested. She thought about it and said, yeah, I'm going to buy in. And not only has she bought in, she's the leading scorer. Fifth-year senior, now 4 points away from 1,000 in her career. And a chance to win a championship.
Kelly Harper at Missouri State, a great point guard, MVP at a Final Four at Tennessee.
I said Laura Harper, it's Kelly Harper.
Yes, Kelly Harper. Kelly Jolly Harper. She was Kelly Jolly at Tennessee for Coach Summit. She was the head coach at Western Carolina, then the head coach at NC State, was an assistant at Chattanooga in the Southern Conference, and now is at Missouri State.
After Ellis's foul, Nunn makes a couple free throws. Ellis unties this thing quickly.
Same spot, 2 in a row for the lefty point guard.
Liberty now 3 for 7 from deep, and Sedalia Ellis has 10 points.
See the Eagles yet to hit from deep, but they're not really a three-point shooting team. That's not what they do. That's what they do, throw it inside or get it to Erica Williams.
Game's become a little bit more fragmented with some whistles over these past few minutes. Nunn will try to make some more free throws. Winthrop now 6 of 11 from the line. Nunn's 2 for 4. And that foul went against Caitlin Adams. And that was her second foul. So both Adams and Reininger with 2 fouls each, but Nunn can't convert the front end of the 1-and-1. They'll be sitting on the bench likely for the rest of the half.
Well, that's an advantage if you're Winthrop, because the front line 2 post plays are really good, and they're done for the half.
Inside, Jasmine Gardner. She can't convert. Carney had her hands in the rebound, but Calvert rips it away.
See, there's the one where Adams or Reininger get the offensive rebound like they did early in the half. Backups are backups for a reason. Now Winthrop's got to take advantage of that. Man to man, they sag off the ball, so it's almost like playing a zone defense.
Nunn inside with the shot clock winding down. And the rebound for Gardner.
Well, against Carney, she rushed it just a little bit.
Jasmine Gardner surpassed the 500 rebound mark this past Saturday, the 25th Lady Flame in history to collect over 500 boards. And another foul inside.
Jasmine Gardner, there's the footwork you talk about. Reverse pivot for a shot, got hammered when she did it, but completely under control as far as footwork goes, and go to the line for a couple.
We'll talk about a whirlwind journey. Jasmine Gardner, a key player on the 2013 Big South Championship team, and in the practice before the NCAA tournament game, she tore her ACL. So she was out for that game. She missed the entirety of last season, but she's been able to come back. She's got a bachelor's degree in something you're an expert in, Nate, fashion merchandising.
Absolutely.
And she's working on a minor, and another thing you're very wise about, life coaching.
Jeez, I could be her mentor.
I would go to you for both those things, and Williams was fouled on the way.
I could be her mentor.
She could be your mentor.
Here's a young lady averaging 15 points a game and does it all. That's the coach called play off the bench. You saw the jump shot. There's the offensive rebound. They don't guard her. Erica Williams makes them pay. In transition, she's got a really good pull-up shot. She's got all the tools. And she's showing them off so far here this evening.
And now Carly Buer has 2 fouls. You could argue Liberty's top 3 players, certainly 3 of the top 4, have 2 fouls apiece.
And if you did make that argument, you would win. Boy, Winthrop can't make a free throw.
Well, they're 50%. 6 of 12 as we tick under 4 minutes here in the first half.
You want to finish each period strong, but without the players on the court for Liberty, this is a big opportunity.
And from the corner, Michaela Sanders drills the 3.
Coach told us, I'm tired of watching teams make threes against us, and when he goes to the zone, they fit 3 threes, 2 in the right corner, 1 in the left corner.
The answer is an air ball from Nuba Jackson.
Winthrop is not a three-point shooting team. They don't rely on that. A lot of times they settle for that, but that's not what you want.
Carney goes cross court, and an entry pass knocked away by Calvert.
How many deflections have the Lady Eagles had today?
That's Liberty's 10th turnover. Tough move. Williams gets it to go.
A little great shot fake and a reverse pivot to get some separation from the defender, and she paid it off.
Into double figures she goes with 11 first half points. Another corner 3 won't fall, but a rebound deflects, and Sanders, another miss. Liberty on the 3rd chance converts, and Simone Brown with her first bucket.
Looks like a replay of the first 5 minutes. Looks
and
like Taylor Calvert's hurt. Maybe Krebs is checking her out over there. It might be just a cramp. Hopefully it's just a cramp. That's what it looks like.
Well, Calvert getting her calf looked at. Meanwhile, Sedalia Ellis has 10 points. The Liberty point guard has hit a couple threes. They're checking on Calvert. 29-22, Liberty leads by 7 on the American Sports Network.
Passion, pride,
intensity,
leadership,
teamwork,
memories.
6 days, 11 schools, 20 games,
22 teams.
1 goal.
advance to the dance. Visit MyrtleBeach.com.
Big South Basketball Championship.
We'll see you in Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach Madness.
Buy your tickets today. Go big or go home.
Every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me trees.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Psst, they're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
An important 2-minute, 45-second stretch coming up here as we wrap up the first half. You see Ashley Reininger, big number 55. She's got 2 fouls. 6'5", Caitlin Adams also with 2 fouls, and Carly Buer also comfortably relaxed on the bench with 2 fouls. A chance for Winthrop to make some headway here, but you have players like Sedalia Ellis stepped up. You know, she did not score in double figures in any of Liberty's last 8 games, but she's got 10 in the first half tonight.
Reiner's got 6 rebounds, and she's done for the half. Buer has not scored, only has 1 bucket, 2 points, so she's going to come in the second half.
And Aaliyah Kilpatrick has completely changed the complexion of this game for Winthrop. That's the first 3 for the Eagles.
Absolutely changed the momentum with her pace, with her pass in the back. Oh, that was almost a walk. With her moving the ball in transition and getting it to Erica Williams in transition.
Sanders can't finish. Carney can't finish. And a foul on Liberty, and this will lead to a 1-and-1 for Erica Williams. That's the 9th Flames team foul.
Yeah, I live in Charleston. I went to the game when Winthrop played at Charleston Southern. Erica Williams has a competitive spirit that you don't see in many basketball players. It's coming out there. She got that offensive rebound. But she just gets a look in her face like, I'm taking this game over, and she has the athletic ability and the basketball skills to do that. I mean, that's an asset to that man's basketball team, no question about it.
Kevin Cook had high expectations for Erica Williams when she arrived as a freshman, and Williams might have surpassed him, a 7-time Big South Freshman of the Week.
Well, she had a little scoring drop, but last game, 16-11, get back on track. She's going to find ways to score because she can do it in so many different ways. We saw her in transition. We saw the pull-up. Couple free throw. I jinxed her.
An offensive rebound. Samaya Wright missed it badly, but it was blocked.
Yeah, that one was tipped. Time and score. Players don't understand that. They just cut it to free. They got an offensive board. Work it for a good shot with this much time left. They jack a free, turn it over.
Brown looking for Gardner. Nice up fake. Did she get away with steps? She scores, and it counts.
It's a Euro move. Come on, it's not steps. It's unbelievable footwork. It's the Euro move.
You sure?
Absolutely. Did you hear a whistle? I don't think I heard a whistle.
Jasmine Gardner for 2.
Write it down.
Here's Williams barreling to the goal, lost the handle. And a jump ball will give it back to Liberty.
We get to halftime with a margin for Liberty. Think about the missed free throw, and the rebound comes out, they miss. Liberty goes down and scores. They just turned it over. If Liberty goes down and score again, they were down 3 at that time. Basketball is a game of runs, and this run for Liberty is unusual because of who's sitting on the bench. There's a lot of good basketball players sitting on the Liberty bench in foul trouble.
Well, Liberty went up 11-3, but then Winthrop responded to take the lead. We've had a couple lead changes, a couple ties, closing into the final minute.
Smart move by Kilpatrick. Look for the screen, running around it.
Sanders short with that 3, but another offensive rebound. This time Brown comes down with a miss.
Clearly none needs a little help on the board. She's doing so much, and people got to get in there and gang rebound.
Brown traveled.
There's the difference that Coach Cook talked to us about, Evan. If you play zone, that turnover doesn't happen. If you play zone, they pass it around the outside. You play man-to-man, you put a little pressure on them, you force them to turn it over to travel.
Liberty with 15 offensive rebounds, outboarding Winthrop 30-16. But some turnovers have kept the Eagles close. About a 13-second differential between the game and the shot clock.
It's good. As many good things as Liberty does, turning over is something they do it pretty prolifically.
And Williams says she can get an offensive board as well. 14 first half points for Erica Williams.
There's an Achilles heel in Liberty. It's turning it over, and Winthrop's taking advantage of it.
Liberty, extra passing, none denies it. The 5th block of the half for the Eagles. Williams for the full court heave and off the backboard. That would have tied it. But a big final few minutes and a half for the Eagles, cutting that 7-point gap down to 3. And we've got ourselves a ball game tonight in Rock Hill.
Shaquilla Nunn on the boards and blocking shots has turned this game around. Excellent first half for that young lady.
Liberty and Winthrop meeting for the first time since last year's Big South semis, and another potential classic brewing. Halftime in Rock Hill, 31-28 Liberty.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
There's your halftime score in Winthrop Coliseum. Liberty's Lady Flames have come to Winthrop to play the Lady Eagles in a Big South showdown. Welcome to halftime here in the ASN studio. I'm Ashley Bullington. The Lady Flames have been strong throughout the beginning of conference play, going undefeated in their first 7 games. Speaking of games, we have even more exciting conference matchups coming up on ASN. Tomorrow night, we have a Patriot League game. Bucknell goes to Loyola. Both teams have struggled this season and are looking to turn things around in conference play. Thursday, we have 2 games on the schedule for you. Old Dominion heads out to Tennessee to play the Blue Raiders. After being almost unstoppable in non-conference, the Monarchs were handed their 2nd loss of the season from conference rivals Western Kentucky. Then Seattle U goes to Chicago State for a WAC matchup. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Check your local listings for the game in your area. For a full schedule of games coming up on ASN, go to our website, americansportsnet.com. You can also get live updates on our games by following our Facebook and Twitter accounts. Our account handles live on ASN. Coming up, we introduce you to one Lady Eagle who's not only recognized for her skills on the court, but for her hard work in the classroom. We have that story for you after the break.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Thank you.
You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Welcome back to Halftime on ASN. Thanks for sticking with us during the break. Redshirt sophomore Zoe Vernon is an important sixth man for her team. Coming into the game, she averages 18 minutes off the bench. Her coaches say she's a leader on the court for her team, but over the summer she was recognized for her leadership and skills in the classroom as well.
Winthrop has funding from the National Science Foundation to bring 8 students from across the country to participate in a 9-week summer undergraduate research program. And we have selected Zoe as one of the 8 students from across the country out of about 100 applicants. And they're here to solve some math problems that will inform the understanding of biology.
The idea of it is to help people get into grad school. And so basically we're learning how to do research in math. And so what I'm doing is trying to help biologists who want an evolutionary tree of life, for example, or maybe a virus like HIV, and they have DNA sequences for that virus and they want to see how the different species are related to each other.
She's been working on what's probably the hardest problem of any of our students. We just figured out last night that her problem is an example of what's sort of known in the math community as the hardest possible type of problem.
Hopefully it'll help biologists understand diseases or like understand where humans are related to different animals, and that could help them just like come to a better understanding of why we are the way we are, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard and it's exhausting to try to think about a problem all day from 9 to 5, but it's been fun, and it's really fun when I figure out how to prove something, or like I feel like I've done something, accomplished a thing that no one's ever proven before, or something like that. That's a cool feeling.
And so her experience here is really going to put her sort of on the cutting edge for future scientists.
Math comes easily to me, and I enjoy thinking about math, so I think that helps, because if you like doing something, then it makes it a lot easier to be better at it.
You ask Zoe to work on anything, and she can sit in a room and think for 3-4 hours straight, which is not an easy task for any of our students. And I imagine a lot of that dedication comes from practice on the basketball court and hard work.
I've had to learn how to manage my time a lot, and be focused for long periods of time. I have a goal to get better at basketball this summer, so every time I'm in the weight room or I'm on the court, that's always fun for me because I really do want to get better. I hope I can go to grad school, maybe get a PhD or something like that.
My sort of idea is that she would maybe become the one math grad student at Duke who's also made a three-pointer in Cameron Indoor Stadium. I think that would likely be the first. But I think she's going to make a significant contribution to how we understand the way the world works.
Thanks to Winthrop Athletics for that feature. How impressive is Zoe? Not only to have discipline on the court, but off of it as well in the classroom. Tonight, though, she and her team are going to have to prove themselves up against one of the best teams in the Big South. We're sending you back out for the second half of this game between the Lady Eagles and Lady Flames after this.
This is not about baseball. It's dedication. It's commitment. It's about developing a mindset in our youth. A mindset that transforms into true character. Disadvantaged, distressed, Newfield lessons envisioned as new opportunities. Instructors teaching life. Lessons learned. This is not about baseball.
Well, people are taking a little break during halftime, but there's great energy in this venue as it's a three-point game. Liberty undefeated in the Big South this year. Winthrop, losers of 3 in a row, but trying to take down this juggernaut Flame squad. Evan Lepler, Nate Ross, great to have you with us. And Nate, as we look at the second half ahead, what do you see as the deciding factor of this thing down the stretch?
If Winthrop rebounds, they win. I mean, it's just that simple. They're getting killed on the glass. They're playing really, really well, but I think they have to rebound to make a difference in the second half.
And what would this win mean for Winthrop, consider that they're mired in a 3-game losing streak?
Well, they tell the rest of the league, we just knocked off somebody that's 8-0 in the league. We beat the best. Long way to go, but we beat the best.
It would make quite a statement. As we look at the highlights, Erica Williams has been the star. Jakusha McClanahan not walking through that door, but Winthrop's still in good hands with Williams.
Well, Williams averages 15 a game. She's got 14, and she's doing it from all over the place. She tipped it to herself there. Pull-up jumper right there. Got her own rebound and follows it. She gets that look in her eye like she's going to take over the basketball game. Sedalia Ellis on the other end. Nice little, all lefties have that floater. You gotta love that shot, uses the bank shot. And then when she gets in the corner, watch her look down where the line is and then buries it. She's got 10 for her team. She only averages 7, so she's giving them a little lift. But the rebounds are what's been killing Winthrop. I think we'll see that on the stat sheet here. When they change that, they can turn around this basketball game.
Williams with 14 and 6. And Ellis with 10 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a couple steals too. Second half between the Flames and the Eagles coming up when we come back. Stay with us here on the American Sports Network.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile.
That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
The Liberty Flames 10-1 on the season when leading at the half. This one, a tight game, and Winthrop, the home team, playing with growing confidence as the Eagles retake the floor for the second 20. There is Erica Williams. She had 500 points as a freshman, set the school record. And a very solid first half. After a bumpy start, she really stayed with it.
She really did, and the team did too. They got manhandled on the glass early. Liberty got in foul trouble, and that coincided with the fact that Winthrop started rebounding the basketball.
Eagles cannot get within one on that shot, but an offensive rebound for Kilpatrick. She's tied up, and it'll be Liberty ball.
Interesting that Kilpatrick, coming off that hamstring injury, did not start, but does start the second half. I would start her as well. She played really well in the first half. 7 times in double figures this year for Kilpatrick, averaging 9.5 points per game. Miami's tough to come back from. Obviously, she's 100% or she wouldn't be in there.
Liberty looking over the top. Reininger only had 2 points in that first half. And on the driving finish, Simone Brown gets 2. So Samaya Wright will run the point here. And now Kilpatrick right in front of her head coach.
A little stagnant with the person movement. The ball's moving, now the bodies have to move.
Samaya Wright didn't score in the first half. Here's Kilpatrick. Little step back for 2.
Excellent shot to get some separation from her defender. The defender happened to be Frazier there.
That was a nifty little shot.
It was, nice shot. Little minor Ginobili action. It's footwork. It's all about footwork. We talked about that in the first half of the post people.
Inside and a tough bank shot. Reininger, she called it.
That's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook shot that is unstoppable, especially when you're as big as Reininger and she uses the glass and pays it off. That's an excellent play.
I'm curious how far you can go comparing one shot to a different NBA player the rest of the way.
All right, we got 2 in a row. That might be my limit.
2 minutes into the second half. Williams drains it.
Steph Curry type jumper on the baseline. I'm done, that's 3.
Triple play for Nate Ross. That was well done. I think Erica Williams has larger arms than Steph Curry, who's just a toothpick.
He's a little quicker.
That rims out. Reininger the rebound, and she'll get to the line.
There's where Liberty really handled Winthrop early in the first half on the offensive glass. Reininger on the weak side. Watch 55. Oh, this is at the other end. This is the Steph Curry shot, excuse me. Nice shot, Erica Williams. Over a hand defender with a hand in your face. Reininger is really having a battle inside.
Already more points.
With Shaquille Nunn.
Already more points in the second half than she had in the first. 1 of 2 at the line, and the rebound for Kilpatrick.
Reininger does a great job of getting to the weak side, which is where 80% of rebounds come to.
Foul on Viewer, and that's her 3rd.
Now Coach Green's got to make a decision. We got 17 and a half left. Does he leave his best player on the court, or does he roll the dice and hope she doesn't get 4? And that's why he doesn't have any hair.
He's racking
making
his
those
brain.
kind of decisions. Tough call. He's going to leave her in there.
You were still in there, although now Jamie Fisher-Davis is on her way to the table. Williams finds the open teammate. Calvert's corner 3 wouldn't go, and Nunn couldn't grab the rebound in the sea of red.
Well, yeah, exactly a sea of red. You see Nunn in there with 3 red jerseys. That's tough to get a rebound. Look at that position.
Everything but the bucket for Reininger, but Adams. That's called stick-to-itiveness.
Thank you very much. There's just too many big red jerseys on this basketball court for Nunn to deal with by herself.
13 second chance points for the Flames.
Erica Williams got to get in there and help her out on the glass.
Nunn back for Calvert. And a late whistle, and it's an offensive foul. It goes against Calvert, and it'll be Liberty ball.
A lot of action inside. Nunn gets the shot, nice pass, and then there's the charge. Reininger looked like she was moving laterally, but referees call it the other way.
But the misnomer that you can't be moving.
True, you can be moving.
Is misleading.
Yes, you can move laterally or backwards. You have to be in a
Looked
proper
like
defensive
Calvert
stance.
threw the elbow into the chest. Traveling violation.
Lawson Newton with both of those calls.
Veteran Big South referee.
I'd like to say the guy's name when he's standing right in front of you, telling you you're talking about him. Call from the bench. Coach Cook just called this set. He's been really good at calling plays.
Liberty in the man-to-man D. Nunn at the elbow for Wright, and swatted away and swallowed up by Reininger.
Good reaction on defense, little handoff play, and they really reacted well to it. This is the end that wins most games. Liberty's got to pick up the pace here. Excuse me, Winthrop's got to pick up the pace here. Get back in this thing because they're pounding it inside.
So just to clarify, the defensive end wins most games.
Yes.
Most coaches would agree. And another turnover called by called against Liberty.
They're getting the turnovers now. They got to turn them into points. We talked about that in the first half. They started to do that. Liberty's done a better job of points off turnovers so far.
Liberty led by 3 at the half. That advantage has doubled. The Flames 38, the Eagles 32 on the American Sports Network.
We are the dreamers.
The game changers.
The freedom fighters.
And the melody makers.
We're a university that doesn't just graduate scholars.
Any college can do that.
We train champions. From all fields of study and all walks of life.
To be influencers on a global scale and make a difference for God.
So here's your invitation.
Here's your invitation.
Your invitation.
To the largest Christian university in the world.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Liberty up by 6. Still early in the second half. They're on the road in Rock Hill. Tomorrow night on many of these same American Sports Network stations, Patriot League men's basketball as Bucknell goes to Loyola. Anybody who read The Last Amateurs by John Feinstein should check out that game.
Very good. Great book, too.
Great story about Patriot League hoops. As we return to live action, Erica Williams takes a contested jump shot, and Adams fouled her on the arm. That's the third foul on Caitlin Adams.
Enthusiastic bench. Coach Cook has done a really good job out of timeouts, calling sets to get scoring opportunities for his players. Excellent move.
Williams back to the line. As a high school competitor in Georgia, Williams put up some just superhuman, perplexing numbers. Over 2,600 points, over 1,300 rebounds. As a senior, she averaged a double-double, 22.5 and 11.5 per game.
Now, she can out-athlete most players on the court that are going to guard her.
At the college level, let alone the high school level.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. There's the foul situation for the Flames. That's why they're sitting there. There's a problem in the first half. It's becoming a little bit of a problem in the second half. As long as they still have the lead, it's not the end of the world. But it will accumulate if they get a few more.
Kevin Cook calls the defense. Winthrop going man. And an entry pass deflected. Kilpatrick got her hands on it. Kevin Cook has gone out of his way to praise her tenacity at the defensive end. And at the offensive end, too, she's got some moves. It's a 2-point game.
He said they wanted to pressure the ball and make the pass inside difficult. Not only are they doing that, they're deflecting and stealing that pass into the post, because that's what Liberty wants to do, dump it inside to Reininger and company inside.
Aaliyah Kilpatrick into double figures for the 8th time this year. She's got 11. Liberty's getting tested here, Nate.
Well, and once you put the pressure on them on the road, a little bit more hesitant shooting the ball, all kinds of good things happen for your basketball team.
Offensive rebound, Reininger, and she'll get to the line.
If you're a young forward, man or woman, and you're playing basketball, when the shot goes up, get yourself to the weak side, and most rebounds will come to you. Ashley Reininger is exceptionally good at that. The ball goes up, she goes immediately to the weak side. Most importantly, knowing when her teammate's going to shoot it, so timing-wise she can get there and go get a miss and expect every shot to miss, and she's a really good rebounder because of it.
On the Winthrop side, Shaquila Nunn picked up her second foul. And Reininger makes them both.
And on top of everything else, if you're a big, I hate that term, but we'll use it there, and can shoot 80% from the line, that's a great asset for your basketball team, and that's what she does.
You prefer the term big or post?
Post. I don't like big. I don't know why, I just don't.
What if she's 6'5" and a three-point markswoman?
She's a post. And a good one.
Off the screen, the roll, and a nice extra pass, finding Calvert.
Winthrop's done that exceptionally well in this game. A good shot given up for a great shot. Nice pass from Nunn.
Looking over the top, Reininger for two. Ellis the assist.
Well, there's what they got away with, something Coach Cook didn't want them to do. They let an easy pass go into the post. They want to front the post, but make the pass difficult. Pressure. They didn't pressure the pass, and they got burned because of it. Everybody worries about post defense. You have to pressure the passer and make it difficult.
Erica Williams has one heck of a mid-range game.
She's got a little rhythm going right now. She's got a little hop to her step. She's firing up the defense, and she's scoring on the other end.
She's got 20. 8 of 12 from the floor.
There's the front of the post. You can see Nunn fronting. Now you got to pressure the basketball, not make an easy pass into the post.
Liberty inside, and it's Gardner's second field goal.
Well, Jasmine Gardner at 6'2" is just too big for Erica Williams at 5'10". She smartly didn't foul her, but she did give up the bucket. Not at the end of the world to give up the bucket. It's only a 4-point game.
Kilpatrick going baseline. She was closed off, but it's Nunn. A second chance opportunity for Winthrop. And Shaquila Nunn, again, the only player in the Big South averaging a double-double.
You know what I love about Shaquila Nunn? No matter what happens, good or bad, she's always smiling out there. She's smiling when she missed the layup. She's smiling when she makes a great pass. She's enjoying herself. If she would use her legs a little more in the free throws, every one she's missed has been short. Up and over that front rim.
Has not been her best shooting night, but defensively she's been a difference maker. And a sour look on her face as she rims out another free throw. She's 2 of 6 from the line.
That was a better effort, though. She got it up over that rim, just took an unfortunate bounce.
She's 1 of 6 from the field. Fisher Davis. Nope. And a foul on Liberty. Calvert got bumped.
And the Calvert's young lady that cramped up in that first half, and luckily it was just a cramp because she's back in there, made a nice rebound.
Liberty defense against Big South opponents has been astounding, holding foes to a 29% field goal rate. Winthrop started very slowly, but the Eagles 43% right now. Nunn, got it.
Shot. Nice flash to the high post. Defenders a half a step late. Shaquille Nunn turns and open, shoots it.
Shaquille Nunn was the freshman of the year in this conference 2 seasons ago. She's become an all-conference type contributor.
Good job by Wright to get around that screen and not let the offensive player turn the corner.
Ellis turned the corner, kicks it out. Fisher Davis does not deliver, but another offensive rebound. And this will stay the same way. Liberty ball, 28 to shoot. And we will get ourselves a timeout.
A lot of fight in both of these teams. It's going to be a great finish.
The Eagles trying to get back to the 500 mark for the year, trying to get to 5-4 in the Big South, and trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. The Eagles are within 2. Aaliyah Kilpatrick in double figures, and so is Erica Williams. We've got a ball game here in Rock Hill. Liberty clinging to a 2-point lead. The Flames are up by 3 at half. And Liberty will have the ball out of this timeout.
And I just grabbed my halftime stat sheet, and Winthrop was down 12 on the boards. They're now down 14 on the boards. I really think that rebounding is going to make the difference in this game. They're very close. But if they can, you're not going to make out 14 rebounds, but cut into the deficit a little bit.
Nice vision, and Reininger gets 2.
When nobody plays the ball on the top of a 2-3 zone, the point guard has great vision. She found Reininger, who made a nice cut, because nobody pressured the basketball. They can't do that.
11 points, 10 rebounds for Reininger. Her 26th career double-double, but Williams really feeling it. She started this game 0 for 3. She's 9 for her last 10, Nate Ross.
She is on a roll. You're right, she is feeling it. I'd get her the rock a couple times. Go to the hot hand. Interesting. I like to move back man to man.
The question is, can Winthrop get stops and complete those stops with defensive rebounds?
Well, I really think Coach got a dilemma. If he plays man to man, they're hurting him in the post. If he plays zone, they hurt him a couple times before, but he told us he wants to play more man before this game. I think he's got to stick to his guns one way or the other, and I think man's the way to go, and just live with the fact that they might get a couple inside. You got to continue to pressure the ball.
Ellis from way outside could not connect. This is going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Winthrop's possession.
I really think the last thing he's got to say coming out of every subsequent timeout the rest of the way is, ladies, we got to rebound. We got to be one and done on the defensive end. Do not give them second shots, because they're very good at converting those second shots. They make the first one, we can live with it, but no second shots.
Here's what's on the line for the Liberty Flames. Their 8-0 conference record. They've won 13 consecutive Big South regular season games. Last time they started 8-0, they went to 15-0. But being tested as we head toward the fourth quarter of this thing.
You saw there, Liberty's got a couple threes, but as we said earlier, Winthrop's not a three-point team. They don't shoot a lot of threes.
Calvert recollects and draws contact.
That was really a good play. She missed the first one, thought she got fouled. She did not pout. She put it back up the second time and got hammered. Last 5 times down the floor, Winthrop has not missed.
Chance to add more points here. The foul was on Gardner.
And the lady with 33 on her jersey's got a little bit to do with that.
You think?
Just a little. I just love the way Erica Williams plays. Great competitive spirit. Not that everybody else does it, but she gets that look on her face like I'm taking over. She's taken over this basketball game.
Williams had a double-double in Winthrop's last game, the loss to Coastal, 16 and 11. And after the free throws tie it up, Winthrop takes a timeout, and we will take it too. We have a 10-minute basketball game here in South Carolina. The Eagles and the Flames poised to go down to the wire again.
There's an amazing place where vacation memories are made and shared over and over again. Where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Book your next vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com and discover amazing values on area accommodations and fun-filled attractions. There's never been a better time to visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where spending quality time together has never felt so good.
It's 3 p.m. For 50 million kids across America, school's out. And for a third of these kids, they're out on their own. Out with nowhere to go and nothing to do. But every afternoon is a chance to change America's future. All you have to do is open the door. It's time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Brock, don't have a meltdown. Look, I know your patty melt is missing, but this bacon Velveeta patty meltdown is mine. I'd be upset too. Definitely not in the TV. You check the bookcase? Oh, my bad. It was under the napkins. Don't have a meltdown. Have a bacon Velveeta patty meltdown.
The Bacon Velveeta Patty Meltdown with grilled onions and applewood smoked bacon at Hardee's.
Tied for the first time since it was 20-20. All even at 46 with about 10 minutes left here in Rock Hill. Evan Lepler with Nate Ross, and you really like that timeout call by Coach Cook.
Well, you can see what they've done off turnovers, but I love that call. So many coaches are afraid to call timeout after you've worked so hard to tie it up because you think you're going to kill your team's momentum. Baloney, that's a great move. Calm them down. We just tied it up, because how many times have you seen a team catch up and then the other team busts up ahead again? I think that's a great coaching move. Calm them down. We just tied it up, ladies. Now let's play. I love that move.
Gives them some extra oomph for this defensive trip.
That's experience, too. He's been there, done that many, many years.
The pull-up from Brown, and Liberty leads again.
And once again, not only does he do that, he gets to make calls off the bench. He's made some great calls. They are in the face of Erica Williams trying to deny the ball from her. Just run her off screen. She'll get open. She'll get the ball and she'll get open.
Kilpatrick penetrates and scores.
Nice left hand. That's some nice upper body strength to get in there and take the blow and deliver the basketball as well.
That was high off the glass.
I was going to say like Tony Parker, but we stopped doing that.
That was right. You're right on the money, my friend.
Force the post to get it out of the low post, and then they don't get what they want, Liberty.
Brown. That one won't go. And Winthrop's got a chance to take a lead.
Brown just hit one from there. You can't give her a second shot from there. Luckily, she missed it if you're a Winthrop fan.
The soon-to-be 54-year-old head coach Kevin Cook called the play.
Delia Ellis is playing one person.
Williams going to the line.
Delia Ellis is not a help defender. She's playing Erica Williams, and Erica Williams just used her athleticism and size over Ellis to get the shot off and got fouled.
First foul on Carney.
I don't know what one defense is. We're going to find out. If they press, she makes the second free throw, they can set up the press if they choose to. Doesn't look like it because you see the three Winthrop players there. The other two are 94 feet away in the backcourt. She's human. She's allowed to miss a shot once in a while, I guess.
Her first miss in quite a while. She's 9 of 13 from the floor, 5 of 8 from the line, 23 points, a game best. Simone Brown over none.
Another block.
Shaquila probably got a piece of that. Williams pass deflected by Ellis, and what a job by Ellis. She could not control it, and it will be Winthrop ball.
That's good effort. Delia Ellis at 5'6" is definitely not the biggest player on the floor, but she might be the quickest. She really gets to where she needs to be in a heartbeat. Tough angle to throw it in from the corner. Always difficult, but no pressure. Look at this, another layup.
Williams reverse, short. Carney controls and outlets.
And Carney bothered that shot a little bit, being a shot blocker and as big as she is.
6'6".
Erica Williams put it up a little quicker than she wanted to.
Harley Buer's had a very quiet night. In fact, she's still looking for her first field goal.
It's a credit to the defense by Winthrop.
Buer with 4 to shoot. Over to Adams, that's an air ball. Would have been a shot clock violation anyway.
You know, you're saying, why didn't
Kevin Cook wants him to push here. Williams, long. Battle for the board, jump ball. It's going Liberty's way.
You know, last time you're thinking, geez, Nunn's right there, why didn't she get the rebound? Because she went to block out her assigned player, but they kept the basketball. We got a heck of a finish coming up.
These two schools, again, playing some great Big South basketball. The Eagles with their largest lead of the night. The Eagles by 1 here in Rock Hill. Welcome back inside the Winthrop Coliseum, everybody. There's Shaquila Nunn, the only player in the Big South averaging a double-double. She's had a quiet rebounding night tonight, but the defense has been the difference.
Well, she got 5 blocks on the night. She's erasing 2- and 3-foot shots by the Liberty Flames, and she doesn't foul when she does it. Only 2 personal fouls for the night. We saw that little 15-footer when she flashed up to the high post. And I can talk about this kind of stuff. Early in the game, she had a headband on. Came off, she chucked it. She's playing pretty good without it. I'm not into the headbands. I don't wear them a lot. No need.
So you're saying that losing the headband has been key for the Eagles?
It's a factor. I wouldn't say key.
Oh, great defense by Kilpatrick. Active hands. And the jump ball will be Winthrop's basketball. Really impressed by Aaliyah Kilpatrick's
Changed the
intensity.
whole momentum of the game. Absolutely changed it. Her and Williams, but she, you know, it takes one person to get it going, and then it's contagious. She has changed it. That hamstring is healthy, thank goodness, for Winthrop.
Williams. Inside Nunn. To the basket. Nope.
Pretty good effort to bank it and get separation from the defender. Just couldn't make it pay off.
The trailer, Reininger. She drives. In and out. Adams. Put back would not fall. Back outside. And the Flames will reset.
Coach Green can't believe somebody didn't get fouled on that one on the first shot or the second.
Buer. She's 0 for 8. And Nunn's got the rebound.
That's a smart play not to take it herself. Get it to a point guard. In a situation like this in a close game, very smart play by Nunn.
Erica Williams and Aaliyah Kilpatrick are taking over this game here in the second half.
Well, Erica Williams can't get the basketball because of the great defense by Sedalia Ellis. So what happened right there is Kilpatrick decided, I can't get it to her, fine, I'll take it on my own. And she does, and she's going to the line.
Ooh. Just imagine if Winthrop was having a decent night at the line.
Yeah, not great, just decent. You're right, it'd be a 6-7 point game. It's all part of it. Somebody opened the door, and I think the wind blew that one in.
And this now becomes the largest lead of the night for the Eagles, trying to spring the upset on their home floor. Simone Brown lost the handle. Give Nunn the steal.
The defense on the half court and knocking balls loose has been amazing.
Is a 5-on-4. Kilpatrick takes it and makes it. Eagles by 4, and at the other end, Simone Brown slow to get up. Jamie Victor Davis heading to the scorer's table.
And the officials could not stop the game until either Liberty got it or it went through the basket. It did, and then they'll get Simone Brown off. Uncle Mo is walking down towards the guys in the white shirts. Half-court defense been the difference here.
Trainer checking on the right knee of Simone Brown.
Active hands, slapping balls loose.
Ellis swatted away! Oh, Nunn is fired up with good reason.
She could have caught that one. She blocked that with her forearm.
This has been a dream defensive night for Winthrop's number 4.
She's the all-time leader of blocks by a large margin in this school.
Sanders no good with a 3. Adams blocked again by Shaquille Nunn. Looking more like Shaquille O'Neal.
Unbelievable. What a game for that young lady. She's blocking everything in the paint. I mean everything. Watch this. Blocking out Reininger, blocks that shot, and then gets it, and then gets fouled. I don't know about the foul. Looked like that's a good move to move the basketball around and create the foul. And there's that beautiful smile. Great job.
Foul went against Ellis. Free throw, short. It was a 1-and-1, and a foul on Kilpatrick.
That's a bad momentum play there.
But Winthrop does have fouls to give.
And I'm going to throw a wild one at you. A buddy of mine coaches in Korea. The post players in Korea, they're not great free throw shooters. They bank every shot. It's amazing how many they make. Just throw it into that square. Chances are it goes in. She's been short on every one she's missed except one.
You got friends all over the world, don't you?
Former players. He said it's amazing the percentage they shoot. Obviously they practice it, but bank free throws.
Ellis, no. Long rebound, she tracks it down herself and keeps it in bounds.
That's the speed we talked about. That's really a good job to go get that one. Save a possession for a basketball team.
Sanders, that's short. Liberty's gone ice cold, but Nunn lost the rebound, and Liberty's got a chance for 3 on the Sanders stick back.
Well, Nunn had it, and Sanders wanted it worse. Got it, and more importantly, got fouled going for an and 1. It's a big-time play in a close game.
And Nunn picks up her 3rd foul in the process.
Don't even think about it. She's not going to the bench. She's playing.
Missed free throw. Offensive rebound, Adams. She pivots and finds Ellis, who threw it off Nunn's leg. Loose ball on the floor. Liberty Sanders able to collect. And now it's Kilpatrick who's reaching for her hamstring. Liberty with a 5-on-4, but the ball loose again, and we've got a tie-up, and that'll give Liberty the ball, but Winthrop will have a chance to reset. Kilpatrick back on her feet, certainly moving gingerly.
Tough kid, yeah. When she hit the deck, she probably got there a little awkwardly and tweaked that. I don't know which hamstring was hurt, but tweaked the left hamstring, no question. You can see her stretching it out there, number 1 in the white shirt.
She didn't even look over to the coach.
No, she wants to stay in here.
Buer for 3. And a foul on Winthrop after the basket. That's Buer's first bucket of the night.
Basket will count. Well, that's a great player making a clutch shot. Watch the left side of your basket. Watch number 20 in white. Well, you can't see it in that shot. She just got popped in the chest.
Oh, they called a foul on Liberty.
Yes.
So Winthrop's going to have free throws at the other end.
Yeah, Tim.
So how about this? The 3 from Buer gives her team the lead, gives her 999 points in her career, and it's Calvert to the line as they called the foul on Adams. And finally a made free throw.
Give credit to Timothy Bryant, the official. Everybody looks at the basketball going through net. His job on the weak side is to watch the players under the bucket. He did, and he called the proper foul. Big ones. Big ones. But this young lady's hot after that last one. It only takes one. This is a really good player in Buer.
Buer feeling it, but blocked by Nunn. Inside Liberty, Gardner.
As many shots as Shaquille Nunn has blocked, Liberty really follows the path of the ball and gets that second opportunity.
Under 4 minutes to go here at the Coliseum.
And now Buer's guarding Erica Williams with no regard to the rest of the 4 players. It's face guarder, it's all they're doing.
Right. Nunn for 2.
Nunn got it taken out of her hands at the other end. She returned the favor at this end. Nice play. Stick-to-itiveness once again.
8 points, 6 rebounds, and a bushel full of blocks for Shaquille Nunn.
I believe that's the appropriate term.
Buer, long, and Nunn's got her 7th rebound. Eagles by 1 with the ball. Kilpatrick, the runner. And in traffic, it's Reininger who emerges with her 12th rebound. Buer, not her night. Off the pinball, Gardner. Timeout, Liberty.
That's a good call. Coach Green realized we're a little scrambled. We don't want what we want. We didn't make the first shot. I got the timeouts, let's use them.
So we'll catch our breaths for a moment. 2:45 to go. What a game this has been. Winthrop still has 1 foul to give. Liberty's next foul will put the Eagles in the double bonus. Crunch time here as the Eagles try to rock the hill with what would be their biggest win of the year on the American Sports Network.
Passion. Pride.
Intensity. Leadership.
Teamwork. Memories.
6 days. 11 schools. 20 games. 22 teams.
1 goal.
Advance to the dance. Visit MyrtleBeach.com. Big South Basketball Champion. We'll see you in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach Madness. Buy your tickets today. Go big or go home.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. and the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
Minute.
You see in the hand of that fan on the right, a Nestle's Crunch. They throw him into the stands at the under 4 timeout of the second half to signal crunch time.
They're appropriately named.
And some of the most underrated delicious candy bars in the business.
I'm a Nestle's Crunch guy, they're good.
Liberty down 1. Ellis out there with Sanders, Reininger, Buer, and Gardner.
Look at this defense. Boy, are they in their face. Pressure in the basketball. It's what Coach told us from the beginning.
Buer lets it fly. She knew it was off from the moment it left her hands, and the ball's out of bounds, and it belongs to the Eagles.
Half-court defense pressuring the basketball. They forced Buer into not a terrible shot, but a shot late, a little bit of pressure, and she misses. Liberty in his zone, interesting.
Nunn kicks it back out. Kilpatrick with 2 minutes to go, takes it all the way.
No way you should drive the zone from that far out and nobody helping. Coach Green turns around to his assistants with his hands up in the air like that shouldn't happen. We got too many big players in there. What a play.
Winthrop 11 of 19 from the floor since halftime. An air ball, but went as a pass. Reininger called for the charge. Nunn took it, and that's a big play because it would have been her 4th foul if it went the other way.
There's no doubt that was a charge. She planted herself. Reininger got the rebound because it didn't hit anything and just pulled her away. Watch this. The ball doesn't touch anything. Reininger gets it. Shaquille Nunn's in perfect position and gets fired up when she gets up. What a big play.
You think this is an important game for the Eagles?
Just a little bit. But there's a long way to go here.
The primal scream from Taylor Calvert after Shaquille Nunn took that charge was inspiring.
Back in the zone again. They got burned last time on a baseline drive.
90 seconds left.
By that young lady.
Aaliyah Kilpatrick.
Now they're man. They switch within the possession. No, they're still in zone.
Kilpatrick can't finish. And a rebound for Reininger, her 13th.
Stop the ball. Good job.
Ellis, short. Reininger, another board. And she'll pull up. That's in and out. The Flames belong in the Arctic Circle. That's how cold they've been from the floor here in the second half.
See top of your picture right there. Coach Cook, slow down. They each have 3 timeouts left. He might use one with about 10 to go on the clock, or he might play it out. Believes in his kids, he's playing.
Williams has had the hot hand all night with 3.
What a pass.
What a pass to Nunn.
Oh.
Eagles by 5, but Nunn goes down hard. Oh my goodness, Shaquille Nunn may have tweaked her ankle, but now she's helped up.
Watch this pass. Erica Williams all night long with a look away to Nunn, and the and one opportunity. She was hurt, but she's up, and she's at the free throw line now. What a pass and what a play.
It was a heck of a slip screen from Nunn.
Big time.
Liberty will take the timeout. They called the foul on Carly Buer, and that's her 4th. And the Flames,
she's okay,
are in big trouble.
You know, they haven't slipped the screen all night long, but great communication between Nunn and Williams to know it's going to happen. They might even have talked about it in the timeout because it was his own defense. But excellent communication, excellent finish. Now, she's not made a lot of free throws tonight. This is a big opportunity.
The Flames led 11-3 in the early going. And at the under 4 timeout of the first half, it was a 7-point lead with some of Liberty's studs on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, that was a big factor.
Winthrop cut it down to 3 at the half. And now the Flames in crunch time have missed their last 6 shots.
Well, when a team, it always happens. When a team that's very, very good has a lead and loses that lead on the road more often than at home, you get a little tighter. You force it a little bit. They've won by big margins this year, too.
And Nunn makes the free throw. Liberty needs points in a hurry.
Not threes, but points.
Sanders, short. Reininger, short.
I think Nunn got a piece of that one.
8 straight field goal misses for the Flames, and Williams can put this one away at the line.
23 points so far. He knows it's not over yet.
You know, you look at the rebounding numbers, Nate, and it's unbelievable.
Oh,
Liberty has a plus 23 advantage on the board. It's 55 to 32.
It was 12 at the half. It was 14 later in the game, and normally it's a plus 7.8 for Liberty.
Liberty could be down 7 if Williams makes this, and she cannot. Still a 2-possession game. Gardner needs to hurry. Ahead for Ellis.
They score. Last thing you want to do is foul a shooter.
Reininger blocked, but a foul on Nunn. And this might be 3 free throws if her feet were behind that arc.
Yeah, it is. They might check it, but they gave her 3 initially. Never foul the jump shooter. I think it's because she swung her arm down that they did. I mean, especially.
And when you've blocked 8 shots, you want to get 9. She had 8 blocks against Gardner-Webb earlier this year. Shaquila Nunn.
We talked about Reininger's an 80% free throw shooter. That's another reason you don't foul it.
So a timeout called by Winthrop with 9 seconds left.
Well, that man's telling his players right now, they're going to press. There's no question about it. Who do we want to get the ball in the hands of? Because when they press and don't steal it, they're going to foul.
One more quick, remarkable statistical observation for you. Both teams have made 22 buckets in this game, 22 field goals apiece. Winthrop is 22 of 47. Liberty is 22 of 74.
If you were dyslexic, you'd think that's the same, but it isn't. That's a huge chasm of missed shots.
Liberty 30%, Winthrop 47%.
These are big free throws. This puppy's not over yet.
She makes them all. It would be a 3-point game. She's got the first 2.
Now, what Coach Green can do is put a sub up at the bench again. I'm not surprised he put her in on the second one to make sure everybody slows down when the ball's brought in bounds because of a substitution, because substitution's going to press.
Any Liberty foul would be 2 Winthrop shots. Clutch free throws from Reininger.
See, they get to bring it in quick now without the sub.
Kilpatrick will shoot 2.
77 from the line, way above average, but with 8.4 to go, these are a little different.
Well, Leah Kilpatrick had a couple 20-point games as a true freshman, but really as a redshirt sophomore after redshirting last year with a knee injury, she has come on in a big way. And that's a big shot to make it a 4-point game.
Remember when she went down on that loose ball, we thought she might have tweaked the hammy a little bit. Tough kid, she's back in there. She might be living in an ice tub tonight, but she's in there.
This free throw would give her 20 points on the night. Yep.
Money. I like this press. Just slow down Liberty a little bit. No fouls, just slow them down a little bit.
Buer couldn't catch it cleanly, but it gets to Sanders. Her 3 rims out. Loose on the floor, and that should do it. A foul with 7/10 of a second to go. The Eagles are 7/10 of a second away from handing Liberty its first loss.
How about Samaya Wright diving on the floor to get possession of the basketball? That's big. And gave it up to Kilpatrick, who's going to take the shots. That young lady blocked a lot of shots tonight. Fouled a couple times, but unbelievable effort.
A couple numbers to show how tough it is to beat Liberty in any game. Carrie Green, in 16 years with the Flames, 210 and 26 in Big South games. He's gone 39-3 in the Big South tournament. But one of those tournament losses to Winthrop last year, and one more regular season loss at the hands of the Eagles. For the first time in 20 years, Winthrop beats Liberty in back-to-back meetings, and the Eagles prevail on their home floor, 63-58. What a game.
Pressure the basketball. Shaquille Nunn blocking everything in the paint. And a great second half effort to not only get the lead, but keep the lead. Big time win. They beat the best team in the league.
And the complexion of the league changes. Liberty loses an air of invincibility, and Winthrop puts out word that when they're playing their best basketball, they could be as good as anybody.
Not only does Winthrop win this game, the rest of the league sees that Liberty lost this game. That's really big. There's no question about it. The rest of the Big South saw this one today, and the invincibility's gone. Liberty's still a good basketball team, but the invincibility's gone.
The Eagles get 23 points from Erica Williams, and Aaliyah Kilpatrick, after missing the last 2 games, comes off the bench and chips in 20, and it was her defensive tenacity that really turned the tide of this game for the home team. The Eagles improved to 5-4 in the league and snapped that 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Liberty's 6 straight wins is a historical footnote right now, and we welcome you to our courtside location. We welcome the victorious head coach, Kevin Cook. Earlier today, I asked how you're feeling. You said you'd tell me around 9 o'clock tonight. So how you feeling?
I feel pretty good, and I'm really happy for our players. I wish that you could be talking to all of them, because they are the ones that won the game. They deserve it. We went through a tough 3-game stretch, and they kept believing. Oh yeah, all on the road. They kept believing, and came out, and it was our defense tonight. You're right, Leah buoyed it, but it was a strong defensive effort by everybody.
Coach, you knew you were facing a big front line. You told us before the game, pressure the basketball. Don't let the basketball see lanes. You did a really good job there. You got burned a couple times over the top, but for the most part, you did that, and the other 4 deflected so many balls.
That's right.
Really good half-court defense.
Thank you. We were really active tonight, and when we play with that kind of toughness and aggressiveness, we're tough to beat. And we hit just enough shots. I told us at halftime, hey guys, you know, we gave up 10 second chance points to Liberty, and we were 7 of 14 from the line. Just relax. We want to win, but it's just a game.
Coach, we're going to take a look at some highlights.
Okay.
Kilpatrick and Nunn. How have you seen these guys develop these last couple of years?
Well, they were special. They came in together, and of course, Aaliyah's coming back from her Achilles. There's Shaquilla being strong. I thought she was pretty physical all night, did a nice job. And Erica Williams, what can you say?
How about that young lady?
Yeah.
She took over the basketball game. She gets a look in her face. I saw it down at CSU when I saw you play. She gets a look in her face like, I'm taking over this puppy, and she does.
She does, and we had a key point a couple of days back where, you know, she hasn't been shooting. Her shot selection's been a little bit to be questioned, but she owned up to it. You know, and she's a strong woman, both physically and mentally, and tonight we were strong physically and mentally, and we're just happy.
You know, I talked about one thing, and I thought it was a great move by your part. And coaches don't do this. It was a close game. You were down. When you tied it up, you called the timeout to stop it. Everybody says you killed the momentum. Baloney. I believe it's a great move to calm them down a little bit. What was said during that timeout?
I said, guys, we've worked so hard to get it to this point. Let's just continue to work hard on defense, get some stops, and we also needed some rest.
I agree. No, that's
those
good
guys
move.
played. Those guys played a lot of minutes.
Coach, you got some games coming up that appear winnable. Presbyterian at home, Longwood, Charleston Southern. How good can you guys be?
As tough as we play. You know, it's up to the players to play tough. You know, all of them are winnable, but we proved all of them are losable too. So we got to come out with our A game every night. And
there it is. That's what you got coming up. I know you know it, but the people watching don't. A lot of road games, but Presbyterian and Charleston Southern right here.
Yeah, and Presbyterian, you know, they got a great coach in Ronnie Fisher, and Longwood's got quickness in the backcourt, and Fred Applin coaches his butt off. And Campbell played us to a one-point game here, and I have every respect in the world for Brenda Mott Kilpatrick. And hey, all those games could go either way.
There are a lot of good coaches in this league, and we're being joined by one of them. Kevin Cook, congratulations on the win tonight. And I know you'll enjoy this one, and I know you won't enjoy it too long because you'll get back to work to try to put up another banner.
You saw the toughness drills we did in shoot-around today. We're going to add some more on Thursday.
Thank you. Great win.
63-58 the final. We are back to wrap this one up from Rock Hill on the American Sports Network in just a moment.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
The Eagles 63, the Flames 58. The undefeated team in the Big South takes its first loss. And we look at the final stats. Liberty just did not make enough shots. They missed their last 8 in this game as the Eagles knock them off.
Well, you're right, they didn't make shots, but let's credit what Coach just told us. The defense was exceptional in the second half. They got their hands on balls, they forced shots, and they got the rebounds.
That'll do it for Nate Ross and our entire crew. This is Evan Lepler saying so long from Rock Hill. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to AmericanSportsNet.com. This has been a presentation of ASN, the American Sports Network. Your teams, your passion, your network. The Eagles knock off the Flames 63-58. So long from Rock Hill.